The state-sponsored reprisals against me, Stephen Bell. In the wake of my outspoken statements in regards to the state arbiters' political and social persecution of me and their fake and fabricated propaganda content, there has been a clear and tangible increase in the persecution of me. It is very evident how my statements of fact regarding the program, and especially their fake and fabricated propaganda campaigns, and the lack of material actions against me as it relates to their copious amounts of allegations and claims against me, has really hit a nerve, and that is the exact reason why there is such an amplification in the political and social persecution of me. The program's global communication channels are truly coming into play, not only as it relates to the dissemination of propaganda campaigns by the state arbiters on a global platform, but also their ability to communicate directly to the public at large at any given point in real time, to conduct these very public and, at least at national level, physical gaslighting and provocateur campaigns. I can literally not do anything that involves interactions or conversations with anybody without the Danish intelligence agency PET micromanaging the people who I'm engaging or in conversation with through the use of the program's communication channels. It is glaringly obvious, and it truly shows on a daily basis. Furthermore, roughly half of the people in my vicinity at any given point in time when I'm out and about after this latest amplification are conducting either some kind of gaslighting and or provocating me more directly, obviously with the sole intent to attempt to coerce a problem to arise between themselves, or rather between the state of Denmark, who they are acting on behest of, and me, so that the state can claim to have some justification to come after me directly, which they are attempting to manufacture through these active measures and campaigns, so far without anything tangible transpiring as of yet, notwithstanding their false claims yesterday on the 27th of February 2020 of neighbourly disputes. I get the fact that I have very recently unequivocally stated how the state arbiters' claims and allegations never amount to anything actually materialising in reality as a persecution, notwithstanding that they are continuously claiming that I am guilty of serious criminal offences without there ever being a single charge or conviction, which is a glaring contradiction to any objective person. However, objective reality does not seem to hold much sway these days, as the state arbiters of the program are merely amplifying and increasing the already implemented active measures and propaganda efforts against me, as can be seen on a daily basis throughout the program's propaganda campaigns. Which is to say, there obviously won't be any genuine prosecution against me, Stephen Bell. However, they are going to continue to persecute me outside of the rule of law and in flagrant violation thereof and with my human rights. In this connection, I'm going to have to reiterate what I have already recently said in a statement. I am on the verge of being set up, which is already taking place at a lower level. And when these gaslighting and provocateur campaigns don't bear any fruit, that is when the state arbiters of the program are going to plant either drugs and or child pornography in my flat or on my computer. This is by far the most likely outcome of this scenario to come, which is why I am preempting this inevitability, so there at least is some documentation from beforehand. On another note, it is not that long ago that the Danish intelligence agency used my landlord and the local police to try to have me evicted from my flat for absolutely no reason, which never ended in court, nevertheless me on the street from one day to another, which obviously was the intent, because this likewise manufactured problem was solved by me and the landlord, who did not fancy their chances in court, notwithstanding the utter corruption of the Danish court system. However, I do have to move from my flat in Esbjerg, and at the very latest on the 15th of April 2020. So I'm obviously looking for a new place to rent, and without failure this is being made practically impossible, as PET is prohibiting almost everyone so far that I have contacted even interacting with me regarding renting their flats and or houses. So it's not just my business one-stop engine shop that the state of Denmark have completely sabotaged by prohibiting anybody from buying anything from me. Now they are also outright prohibiting any members of the public to rent any of their flats and houses to me that are on the market. This is such an overt measure that they will never ever again be able to claim to be unaware of the situation as it is transpiring in the program, which used to be their only defence. Not that it ever was really a defence, it was just a way to threaten and discredit me, when and if I publicly stated the factual circumstances of this never-ending saga publicly, which everybody should know by now I have absolutely no problem with at all. And despite the many people who on a regular basis attempt to threaten me with being locked up in a mental institution for speaking the truth, this will not occur because of my outspokenness, as is evidenced in my thousands and thousands of words and claims to this effect made publicly and to the courts and the like.